Dear single mom, this is one appointment you don't really want to miss. Stay tuned as I show you how HEZEKIAH'S appointment went the other day at the hospital. In my last video, The Pains of a Single Mom, I share about the fact that there are a lot of things that we do as single mom. We are the one that go for the appointment. We are the ones that go do the school runs. We are the ones that cook. We are the ones that do shopping. Like this morning, I've gone to do shopping. This morning, I've filmed. I've done a lot of filming for other people. This morning, I have quickly cleaned the house. This morning, I've done a lot. If you have not watched my last video, I will put a link up there for you to be able to watch it. We have a lot of things that we do for these children. And that is because our life is a roller coaster. What I mean by that is we're constantly on our feet. There are many things to do. You want to take care of that child or those children, and you want to also take care of yourself. Anyway, without further ado, let me tell you what happened. I was at home on this particular day when I received a letter from HEZEKIAH'S school saying that the hearing test they came to do in HEZEKIAH'S school was not good enough. They were not comfortable about the test or the hearing test, and that it needs to go to the hospital and have further tests. And I'm thinking, but this boy can hear me loud and clear. Everything is all right at home. I was scared at first that what is going on, but I summoned courage and I decided that I was going to go for that appointment. Anyway, from the test they did in school, those ones who came to do the test had referred HEZEKIAH to the hospital without even telling me, which of course I think is good. And that is what they do anyway, to refer the children that they've done hearing tests for and they are not quite comfortable about the hearing test. They refer them to the hospital immediately. So I got a letter saying that the test has been done and the referral has been made. So we looked forward to the appointment. And then one day, they sent me a text message saying that there's an appointment for HEZEKIAH, and because I am the guardian for HEZEKIAH, I needed to come with him. I was scared at first and I was thinking, how am I going to be able to do it? What kind of stuff is this? Single mothers, this is one of the things that you really don't want to hear. Is like an extra or an added job. However, I decided that I was going to go for the appointment anyway. It was on a Saturday. They had booked the appointment and I was so glad that it was an appointment that we could attend. So let me take you with us for that appointment. It was on a Saturday, and so just before the boys' appointment at the hospital, I decided that I was going to quickly go and make my hair. So I took the boys with me and made my hair, and whilst I was making my hair, I decided that the barber should come around to the venue where I was making my hair and barb their own hair. I totally forgot to cover or to do their video for when they were doing the barbing, but they were outside barbing their hair as I was making my hair. I mean, single mothers, it is one life. We got to enjoy ourselves. So I thought, okay, for the week, let me turn up at my hairdresser's place and make my hair. As you can see, I am so happy about the hair. I was just blushing up and down, feeling myself, feeling the hair. The hairdresser was just filming me and I was just happy that I could make my hair. Come along, let me show you some photos that I took. They were so beautiful. Come on now. See, more beautiful girl. Come on now. Omoto strong. Omoto beautiful. That this girl. Bí mo ṣe máa ń sára mi nìyẹn. I mean, that is the way that I hail myself. I am the Lord's daughter, Abba's girl. That is girl. Omoto beautiful. Hey, anyway, I was able to capture the haircut for the boys. Omoto handsome. Anyway, we got to the hospital and we were going through the entrance. The boys were quite excited because this is exciting for them, you know, little children and particularly boys. We thank God for life. Anyway, we got to the entrance and we needed to wipe our hands and put on our face masks. So the boys are strapping up their face masks, and at first, we didn't quite know where we're going to go for appointment, so we needed to go to where the reception is, and that was where we walked into. We walked down there and we were able to get the direction to the particular department that we were going for Hezekiah's audiology hearing test. As soon as we were told where we were going, we decided we're going to quickly walk down there, particularly with the boys and when they're playing around and stuff like that. And it was up the stairs. We didn't quite know where we were going, but we got on the lift and the boys were just so excited to get on the lift. I was looking at them and I was just laughing. That was it basically till we got to the appointment. And I just feel that sometimes, you are able to... I'm recording this. I think it's okay. Yeah. Just a little, because I love to educate other mothers, because that, particularly African culture, we are too keen about, it needs to hear, they need to put okay, so I'm looking at this product, like they need to put in the cotton board through it. But now that you have said, it's just important for other mothers to be able to hear it. Yeah. And because again, boys, go and sit down. And because I'm a single mom, and then I just love women to be educated. Yeah. All right. So please, if you don't mind, maybe you can repeat that again, that we don't need to use the cotton board. Yeah. We need to just allow the hair wax to come in. Hezekiah, sit down. Yeah. Thank you. Sit down.
Yeah, so like I said, wax is not totally normal. It's natural. Okay. If it comes out, if you can see it there, that's actually really, really good. And we just give it a wipe off with your finger, with a cotton bud or with a baby cloth. Anything like that, a wipe. Okay. Don't ever put any cotton buds in, because if there is a little bit of wax, it'll just push it in further. And the more wax we push in, then it'll just become into a blob. And then that's when we can cause problems. Okay. Also, if you've got a cotton bud in here and the child moves, so if Hezekiah moves, we can damage the eardrum, if it accidentally pushes it in really, really far. So it can be dangerous as well.
All right.
Sometimes we can also use olive oil. So regular olive oil that you've got at home or in the chemist, you can get one with a little dropper. Okay. All it is, just a drop or two, whenever, every other night, even if he's asleep, you can do that. Okay. What that does, it makes wax nice and soft. Okay. The softer wax is, it'll just kind of pour out.
All right.
And then when it comes out, watch yourself there. When it comes out, we can just give it a wipe off. Okay. But don't ever put actually any cotton buds inside, because that can be dangerous, or it can just push it in further.
All right.
Is that okay?
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this appointment, because so does it apply for the adults as well?
Yeah, so it's everyone really.
All right, so should I just dispose of my cotton bud?
Yeah, we do recommend not to use cotton buds. Sometimes they can cause more harm than good.
They have told me many times. Yeah. But to be honest with you, I just feel like, I'm so used to cutting wax.
I know, yeah. It just feels like you need to clean them, but wax is made to come out, because wax is made here, so all the dead skins get pushed out. All right. And then all the sweat and things kind of gets pushed out, and it gets made into wax at the edge. Okay. So wax is only meant to ever be at the edge. Okay. But if we're using cotton buds, it will end up down here where it's not supposed to be. Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate this. Thank you. I'll go and educate other mothers.
Yeah. Test.
Okay.
So it just checks behind the eardrum. Okay. So behind this eardrum, we've got a cavity called the middle ear. Okay. And this should be filled with air at all times. Okay. But sometimes what can happen, especially in young kids, or if we've got a cough or a cold and we're all sniffled up, some fluid can build up here, some mucus. Okay. Do you know if you've got a runny nose? Okay. That can kind of build up in here as well.
All right.
So we're not getting any of that today for Hezekiah, which is brilliant. Okay. But it's something that does very often happen to kids his age. Okay. Just because they're not fully developed yet. So this tube that connects to the back of the nose and throat in kids is not fully developed, and it can get blocked up really easily, and then fluid can build up. And sometimes when kids get fluid, their hearing can go down a little bit for a few weeks. But then once that fluid goes away, it kind of goes back up again. So he doesn't have any of that today, but it's something to be aware of. If he has a cold or a cough and he doesn't seem to respond well, or he says his ears feel blocked, that's just a tiny bit of fluid. But after a few weeks, that should clear up.
All right. So what are the procedures that you did today? You checking the ears?
Yeah, so we had a look inside his ears. Then we done a congestion test that checks for if this is air or if there's fluid in there, and he's lovely filled with air, which is what we want. So everything looks nice and healthy.
All right.
And then we done the hearing test.
Okay, that was when you put
with
the headphones. Okay.
So with the headphones, we test each ear individually.
Okay.
Different tones, different pitches.
Okay.
And he done absolutely fabulous. He got down to a normal level on both sides across the range. So today, from a hearing point of view, absolutely no concerns.
All right.
He's done brilliant. Is that okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, so no concerns for Hezekiah's hearing. He's done brilliant, and we'll be more than happy to discharge him.
All right then. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so this were the instrument that they used, just in case you're wondering. You don't want your children to come for hearing tests, because some of the parents, when they get letters like that, they are very nervous.
Yes.
Particularly single mothers like me, they get really nervous. They're like, oh my God, is the hair hurting and all the stuff like that. You know, but at least I'm so glad that you have used this, you have used that, and you have used that as well.
And nothing
is ever.
Oh, don't touch the bin.
Yeah. So so apparently, mothers or single mothers like me, please don't be scared when you get a letter from your children's school to bring them from their audiology appointment. Don't be scared. It's important that those hairs are checked and things are picked up early, so that treatment can commence or whatever it is. And if they are fine, they will discharge them back, and that's just it. That's the end of our appointment. Thank you. All right, so we went for the appointment. We're just coming out from the room. Very nice lady. I didn't catch her name, but she's a very nice lady. She took her time to explain, and it's not so bad. That's Hezekiah. You take that. So we're done with the appointment. We finished the appointment, and the boys, what is it? You've eaten too much. Thank you so much for watching, and I do believe that you've learned 1 or 2 lessons from this appointment. Single mothers, please make sure you go for your appointment, personal appointment, your children's appointment, and make sure that everything is all right with your children. May God bless you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Meanwhile, subscribe and like and share this. All right. Thank you so much. Bye.